What's up, YouTube, and welcome back to another video. Today I am with the best podcaster. Go ahead.
What's the deal? It's the real from What's Your Perspective podcast. And today we're taking a mental health day, okay? We're taking it to the streets.
I am an author of my new mental health journal called Note to Self, because everything in your journal is basically a note to self. So we're gonna be walking around downtown today, going into stores and asking people just like what's their perspective. And I'm gonna show them some journals, and let's hope I make some sales, because even if I don't, they got the Amazon link, so y'all can go get a journal too. So really, we just about to mix and match, be downtown. It is Sunday, so why not have a Sunday fun day, Sunday self-care, and catch people in public and get their real reactions.
Okay. Stay tuned. You want to introduce yourselves or?
Yeah. Sure, yeah. I'm Dario. I'm from Canada. I'm here for my sister's volleyball tournament. This is my brother.
I'm Gabe. I'm also from Canada. That's it.
Okay, cool. Nice. So, what's your perspective on mental health?
Mental health plays a big role in people's lives, and I think it's very appreciated and considered in many people's lifestyles. And I think, it can affect people in many ways that people don't even realize.
Yeah, mental health is a big issue in society and needs to be looked upon.
Nice. So, is it a deal breaker if your girlfriend or boyfriend doesn't care about mental health?
Doesn't care about what's right?
About mental health.
About mental health. I think that there has to be some sort of appreciation and some sort of acknowledgement for mental health. I think if your partner like just kind of disregards mental health as a whole, I don't think that's fair. I think it is a deal breaker. Yes.
I think everybody has their problems and their ways, and if you can't respect that, then yeah, I think it is a deal breaker.
Nice. That's dope. So, last question. How do you guys deal with mental health?
Mental health, personally, I think it's the best way to like kind of clear my mind is just play a game of soccer. I'm a soccer player back in Canada, and just running out on the field, scoring goals, playing aggressively. That's like the best way for me to kind of clear my mind.
Yeah, sports is a big thing to clear your mind, and another thing is maybe like working out. Another big thing, yeah.
Nice. Have you guys ever tried journaling? Like any other methods?
I haven't tried journaling. I've heard journaling works for some people. I'm not personally familiar with it, but yeah, I heard it does wonders as well.
Yeah.
So we also have a book that was written by Lita. All right, so I'm an author of a journal, and I make mental health journals. So I want to come around and I wanted to just share it, and just make sure that I give people a chance to like go through it and actually look at it. But you guys can feel through it. Y'all can look through it. I work at a psychiatric hospital now. So I love mental health. I love putting a positive stigma towards mental health. And I also studied psychology in college. So I graduated my bachelor's degree and I started to journal. I learned how to journal in college because of my ex-boyfriend died and I didn't know who I could talk to. So I just started to write in my journal. And it really helped me out. So I like to make this like a workbook of like you can get mental health ideas, coping strategies. If you have a busy week, they have weekly agendas, coloring pages. So whatever you want to make this journal as, you make it your own, but you take care of your mind. So you do a mental health check-in in the beginning, and then you do a mental health check-in at the end when you finish with the entire book. Copy, I am selling them now, or if you want to, I can just show you the link to Amazon and just share it around.
I'll take the link for sure. Very beautiful book.
Yeah.
Thank
I
you.
like the questions too.
Definitely would. If there's something that I would need to, I guess, get out, would be a good outlet, good source.
Exactly, yeah.
It's a great gift too. So whoever you feel like likes to journal, it's with Amazon Prime too. So you won't wait a long time to get it.
100%. Yeah. I think with journaling too, it's like it's something that people don't realize is a source of
Yeah.
mental
So
health.
and then it's like it's a great way to cuss people out. Like they not even gonna judge you.
Yeah, you got something in mind. Just show on the book.
Use this one because I'm not done with it, but I journal so much, and it's just like it really helps me out.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna need a new one soon, so I'm gonna use my own. I love to travel down there too. Like if you guys know any clubs, you said you was here for a volleyball tournament.
We're here for
Your sisters, okay, yeah, I can come and talk to their team about it. Come out there and really like do an expo.
Yeah, actually. Wow.
Next question is,
How do you deal with mental health?
Mm.
How do you deal with your mental health? So when you feel like you need a day to yourself, like what is something you gonna do?
It's a break from reality. So last week I was overwhelmed, so I took a vacation for like 4 days. It wasn't a lot, but it gave me some relief. So I did some painting, relaxed a little bit.
You like to paint?
Yeah.
See, I feel like I can't draw, and painting is just
It's
like
whatever you want is art. Everything is art. It's whatever you want. It can't be this one thing is art.
Mhm.
It's your
Is
perspective.
it a deal breaker if your girlfriend or boyfriend doesn't care about mental health?
Yeah,
Why?
because I'm so important about it. Like it's like how are you gonna care about me if my mental health is like my number one thing? How am I gonna know that you actually care?
Mm.
If you like fuck mental health, that's important to me.
Mhm.
It's gonna hurt a little bit.
Yeah, definitely gonna hurt because I care about it. You obviously don't care about
I
it.
haven't actually met anybody who doesn't care about it, but that'd be worrisome if somebody actually didn't care about their mental health at all.
Mm-hmm. And you can tell too, like their hair be matted, they stink,
Yeah.
stuff like that. Like they really just don't care.
Yeah.
But I mentioned before, I am an author of a mental health journal.
Mm.
So are you into journaling? Do you journal, write stuff down?
My art is like my writing. Like I have a journal, but it's off art. So
Off
that's
art.
like my
I
own
mean,
way.
a journal is what you make it. It's your own. So
like
you-
art is what you make it. Yeah.
Mhm. So I want to show you these books, and just bring some attention to it for you. I am published on Amazon too. So
Yeah, a big one.
you can look through that journal, you can feel through it. But in college, I graduated my psych degree. So in college, my freshman year, my boyfriend died, and I didn't have nobody to talk to. So I started to journal, and it really put me in a better space. So when I graduated, I looked to all my journal entries, and I could see how low I was. And the day I graduated, that's when I started seeing all my growth, and it was just like, this is great. Like,
I was just talking to somebody about that too. So basically, my friend passed last year,
uh-huh.
and it affected me a lot because I started doing a whole bunch of stuff that I wouldn't usually do, drinking,
Yeah.
smoking, partying, and I started painting and writing that stuff down. So I appreciate this. That was actually really helpful.
Yeah, so they on Amazon. They are part of the Prime. So if you got a Prime account, you can order it straight to Amazon. I actually was
I'm
doing
gonna take a picture of it.
okay. I was gonna do a thing where I just give a journal away.
Hmm.
So if you would like to have a journal, I feel like you had like a lot of compelling.
You sure? I can just pipe you up and just buy one on Amazon.
I mean that worked too.
Yeah, gotta support the business. Appreciate it. Is that the questions or?
That's all the questions.
Actually, now I want to write in it.
It just gives you that effect to
Exactly.
writing it. Hello,
Dang.
I'm an author of this journal. I'm a mental health advocate, and I graduated with my psych degree, and I just started making journals because when I was in college, my ex-boyfriend died, and I didn't have nobody to talk to, so I just started to journal. So then I started working in a psychiatric hospital, and I just seen how people would write in there, and it'll make their day a little better, or it'll piss them off a little more because they putting it back in their mind and going back through it. But I made these journals because I know like I didn't have nobody there for me. So when I graduated college, I looked at those journals and I seen my growth, and I just realized like a lot of it comes from self-help. So I wanted to really put that out there for people, and I'm just walking around downtown showing people my journals. I'm published on Amazon now. So
Oh, fantastic! Congratulations, that's amazing.
thank you. If you want to look through it too, you can. You want to take a picture of it for later, you can as well.
No, that's
Thank
very
you.
helpful.
Thank you.
It's probably about to help a lot of people. I don't think people talk about mental health enough, actually. Yeah, it surprised me. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I like to bring a positive stigma to it because I work in it and I see how people laugh at people with mental health illnesses, and it's not funny. Like, if you don't work on yourself, then you work on yourself. So, my name is Lita.
Hi, Lita.
I am an author of a book.
Okay.
It's a mental health journal.
Okay.
So I just want to come around and ask you about your mental health, like
Okay.
where you stand or how you feel about it.
Okay.
So my first question is, do you think mental health have a cure?
Yes.
Why do you feel like that?
Well, I sustained a traumatic brain injury when I was 14,
Mhm.
and there's really no medicine out there to help out with that.
Right.
What got me back to being me and being more stable lifestyle was people, and I think treatment and therapy got me back to here. Without that, I would not be alive today.
Okay.
So I 100% think that, of course, therapy, treatment of all kinds, A1 100%, all day, every day.
I appreciate that answer. A lot of people don't say it's secure. So,
If you let it work, it will.
mhm.
And that's what a lot of people don't understand is they want it right now. They want results right now. When a lot of times treatment takes time. You have to let it cook. You got to let it simmer a little bit.
Right.
But when you do that, I think if you let what happened is supposed to happen, it's been built that way for a reason.
Mhm.
If you let it work, it will. I honestly believe that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. So do you think it's important to take care and support your own mental health?
No question. That should be your number one priority, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I've learned now, in being almost 40, I've turned 40 this year, and I finally learned to love myself. And I'll tell you, it's amazing how many other people will love me right back. I don't even have to ask for it.
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome. It's a feeling I can't even explain.
Yeah, because you made me want to talk to you. Like, thanks for the smile. I needed that, So a lot of people, they just walk around with mad all day, and it rub off on people.
Well, even the ones that aren't necessarily mad, they don't show that they're not.
Yeah.
They have, that resting face, if you understand. Well, it's the truth, though.
Yeah.
People do because they don't realize that they're putting it out there like that.
Right.
And then once I realized it was like, no more of that. I got up this morning. I'm walking. I'm talking. I'm breathing. What can I ask for anything more than that?
Right. See,
Everything else is a bonus,
That's how you are really grateful for a situation.
Yes.
It might not be the best situation,
Of
but
course.
you are grateful, and I like that.
Well, thank you.
I got one more question.
Sure.
So in times like this, like it's cold, I see you got your stuff here. You smiling still.
Yeah.
How do you make yourself happy?
The truth,
Mhm.
I don't have any control over it. God does. I'm Italian, and I believe that without Him in your life, you're doomed. And I mean that sincerely to anyone that doesn't, not even necessarily my beliefs, but just a belief in a higher power. Because if you don't have that, you really don't have anything. And I honestly believe that if you lose sight of what God wants for you and His plan for you,
Mhm.
and you try to deter from that, like I did, you end up here. And I mean that sincerely. But what I'll say is this much: if I wasn't supposed to be here right now, I wouldn't be.
Right.
This is a learning stage for me. This is a process to go through to make sure that I don't get here again. So yes, I think without question, without God, there's none of this would be possible.
I really like that. I enjoy that answer.
Thank you.
I just watched a video. It's a girl called Wizard Liz on YouTube,
Okay.
and she was just saying how you make everything about you in life.
Sure.
You delusional about yourself. You have to be delusional about
Of
yourself,
course.
because if you hear and you just be like in a bad state of like my life sucks,
Mm-hmm.
everybody will look at you and be like your life sucks.
Well, let me tell you the best quote from a movie that I've ever heard, being that you're an author and you do books and you understand quotes and things that stick with you. A movie called Vanilla Sky with Penelope Cruz, Tom Cruise, a couple other big names.
Mhm.
They're in bed after just, not that this makes any difference, but they just had the lovemaking session, whatever, and there was a very intimate moment. And she says to him, every passing moment is another chance to turn it all around. That made so much sense to me. It clicked immediately. And I thought, right now you can change your life. Right now you can change your life. Right now you can change everything about your situation, positive or negative.
Mm-hmm.
I think we all have the opportunity and the ability to do that. A lot of us won't open our eyes up to see that.
Right.
I was one. I let things get in my way, and unfortunately negative people and negative processes that didn't necessarily involve me. But being a guitar player, drummer, singer in the metal music industry, it's right there in front of you all day, every day. Here, take this, try this. Oh, it's free. You can have this. It's like, yeah, but I don't do that. But I want to be cool. I guess I can try it. I'm very proud to say, at almost 40 years old, I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't do drugs, and I feel better than I've ever felt in my life. But here's the kicker. This is where God has I don't want to say sixth sense of humor, because that's just not a nice thing to say about God.
Mm-hmm.
But I beat diabetes in a year.
Okay.
I lost 112 pounds.
Okay.
And I was diagnosed with cancer 2 months ago.
Wow.
Diabetes is the beginning of cancer. Most people don't know that.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, so if you have diabetics in your family, they'll tell you they had diabetes first.
Wow.
So I beat it.
Did you
lost
know that?
all this weight. Yeah. Now, it's not always a direct, but it's because we still don't know exactly what causes cancer anyway. But it has been very closely
It's
linked
closely linked,
to the relative. Yeah. I'll be okay. I'm in the best shape of my life ever, and I feel good. And I'll tell you, people like you coming and just talking to me, means the world to me, y'all. Y'all almost got me in tears right now. Thank you.
No problem.
I
I actually
appreciate
appreciate you talking to me. Can I ask you one more
You
question?
can.
What's your favorite color?
Red.
Really? You don't
You
have
want to
any
know
red
why?
on.
Oh, you know, now hold on. This is going to make you laugh. Hopefully it will. Baby girl, I always got red on. I'm Italian. My nose is always red. So I never have to worry about that. But I actually fell in love about 3 years old. My dad got me the coolest, I don't know if y'all are old enough to remember, but the coolest picture of Michael Jordan in a full outstretched dunk. It was a poster, and it was a dunk. I mean, I'm talking like from the foul line.
Uh-huh.
And it was red on black on red.
Okay.
I was 3 years old, and I thought, oh man, that's the coolest thing in the world. The biggest other thing too for red that I love, and this is something I think anybody in the world needs to hear. Regardless of your creed, your color, your race, your skin type, or even where you were born in the world, all of our hearts are red.
Mm-hmm.
And if people can't realize that, if they can't see that we're bleeding the same color blood, from the same source of that love,
mm-hmm.
this world's going to continue to go down. And I honestly believe that. I have love tattooed on my shoulder here, my arm, and I have a Phoenix of Love Firebird that I'm not going to take off, but it goes over my whole chest and down my back. And I honestly believe that once people can find that love for the old man crossing the street, or the nice young ladies doing a book, talking to a guy about getting some information for writing something that's going to make a difference in the world. Kindness is free. You guys are giving that to me now. I don't know. I keep talking all day long if you let me, but thank you. You guys have made my whole day.
Oh, you made my day too. Thank you for
What is your
answering
name?
some questions. My name is Lita.
Lita, my name's Christopher Ferraro. What's your name? Maya. Y'all have made my whole day. Seriously, you have. Thank you.
All right, I got a gift for you because I actually really did enjoy talking to you. I am going to give you a book.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Nope, I'm not kidding.
Okay, now here's the only reason I'm going to take this on condition.
Condition.
James Patterson, are you familiar?
I've heard of the name.
So he did the books. He did the books Kiss the Girls, Double Jeopardy. It wasn't a movie, but those were all movies that starred Morgan Freeman.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever see Alex Cross with Steven Tyler Perry? He played the detective in his younger years. Alex Cross is the most awesome story I've ever heard, but James Patterson has probably hundreds of books. But I read one of his books at least once a week. It makes me able to indulge in proper diction with someone that will understand what I'm talking about. Because some people don't. And someone being in your position, the more words I can gather and the more understanding I have, the more power I have to continue going forward.
Right.
I read every single day. I'm going to read this right now.
That's a journal.
I'm not even. Oh, it is. That's something I don't think I've ever done before.
Well, you're going to learn now.
That's so cool. No, thank you. I've never even thought about it before. Huh.
Yeah. So
Cool.
I do have coloring pages in there if you ever go somewhere and you want to color.
Okay.
I have an agenda in there if you ever have an agenda, a mental health check-in.
Is your information in here?
My name is on the back.
Okay.
If you ever search that up, I'll pop up.
So here's something I can like to do. Pay it forward for me. Hope you get this on camera. I'm not trying to make an ad here, but
Okay.
I'm on TikTok. I love doing impressions.
Put the mic up.
This is a little guy, right? Or if you turn it down just a tad bit, you get an experiment of 626 blueprints. If you turn it down just a little bit more, you get like Kermit the Frog from Sesame Street. And if you crank it down a little bit more, you get every voice from Family Guy. Peter Griffin. You get little Stewie Griffin. Oh, he's just a little devil. Oh, blew my mind. I will. Thank you.
4 questions today. So who am I here with today?
Yeah, it's Delmar.
What's your perspective on mental health?
Mental health. I think mental health is very important. I think a lot of individuals kind of lack the importance of how important mental health is. I think you really need to make it your duty to set aside to make sure your mental health is good. You know what I mean?
Okay, so do you think it's important to handle mental health, like deal with whatever you have going on, work through it, like in whatever method you choose to use?
Yeah, I think it's important you handle it because I think it could just get worse. You know what I mean? If you keep bypassing it, I think it get worse.
How do you make yourself happy?
I don't be that happy too often, but
Mm.
I like the feeling of winning.
Winning?
Yeah, winning. No matter what it is, I like to win. I like new clothes. That makes me happy.
Mm.
I like when things just go my way.
Mm.
You know, when everything just went my like. I had a good day yesterday. I was happy.
Yeah.
Everything went my way.
Mm.
I won. I had a successful success. That makes me happy too. I let little stuff bother me.
Mm.
I be irritated. Like fuck, why can't every day I just have my way?
Mm.
You know what I
I
mean?
mean, everything can't always go your way. Cause I mean, it's if
Says who
everything.
though? I think whoever said you can't always have your way, I don't. Who said that?
What's your perspective on therapy?
I've tried therapy a few times in my life.
Really?
Yeah,
How was it? What was your experience?
it was ass.
Really?
I am dealing with my situations and my problems,
Mm.
and I'm paying this person, you know what I mean, this person who's clearly degreed in what, you know, their field in psychology or whatever.
Yeah.
But you can't relate to me, you know what I
Mm.
mean? I don't think that you can really tell me about my problems and you never went through them. You know? It's hard to get a connection, especially with me, with people I don't know. It's hard for me to connect with people I don't know.
Mm. If you went to a black therapist, or if you went to a black therapist, do you think that would work better? Or if you experienced that, did it work better?
That'd be a step. They still would have to be one of me. Just because you black, that don't mean you like me. You know what
That's
I mean?
true.
It's a lot of black people, and we just way different. You know what I mean? Situations, circumstances is just way different.
Yeah.
We don't talk the same.
Mhm.
We got the same color, but we're still not the same.
Facts. Okay, that's dope. So this is my last question today. How do you deal with mental health? How does the Des Delmar deal with mental health?
I ain't gonna lie, shit. I be bypassing shit. You know what I mean? Like, I try my best to, you know, just to try to forget about it. Try to, I do try to grow in different ways, like, you know, to stray away from the things that's causing my mental health, like problems and stuff like that. So instead of just dealing with it, I kind of find resolutions to try to solve it, like what causes it, like to try to get to the
Like the root of the source?
yeah, the root of it, and just try to avoid it, or you know what I mean, not put myself in those type of positions.
I do have another option, another coping mechanism for you, and I'm going to let Lita let you know what that is.
I use mental health journals.
Mm-hmm.
So you can look through it, feel through it, however. But I made this journal because I actually experienced a lot of trauma from my freshman year of college and even recently. So my freshman year of college, my ex-boyfriend died a month before me starting classes, and I didn't have anybody to talk to because I wanted to go to school with none of my friends from high school, not even to say they were my friends in the first place.
Yeah.
But I didn't have nobody to talk to. Nobody understood what I was going through. I tried to go to therapy too on campus, and they gave me a white lady named Courtney.
Right.
So I'm sitting there telling her that my ex-boyfriend got murdered, and she looking at me like,
Yeah.
hooligan. Like, you know, I just felt like pure judgment coming back at me. So I made this journal because now I work at a psychiatric hospital. So I'm with people that's diagnosed with like schizophrenia, bipolar, and most of them that I see are black people. No family coming to see them.
Damn.
But nobody in there is journaling. Nobody is writing out what they truly want to say because they see me as a op because I work there.
Yeah.
I want to see them in there. I want to see them in this position. I feel like they see me and think I take them as a joke. But I don't, because I feel like if I would have crashed out my freshman year, I would have been there.
Yeah.
I could have been in their shoes, but I flipped it around. I made something work for myself. So when I graduated from school, I looked back at all my journal entries and I seen how low and how depressed and how I was blaming other people for how I felt. And then I graduated and I read everything and I was just like, it's really me. Like, it's me versus me when it come down to it. I can blame my mama. I can blame everybody for not checking on me the way I wanted them to check on me or say the things they wanted to say to me. But it's not up to them to make me feel better. It's not up to them to make me want to go chase a bag or to use my hurt to feel what I want. So I used all my hurt from my freshman year to now to just dealing with people not treating me how I feel like they should treat me. And I made this journal because it helped me out. So I feel like if I can give back to people how it helped me out and actually teach you how to journal effectively,
Mhm.
I feel like it goes a long way, especially in the black
Yeah.
community as well. And I'm a black female with a bachelor's degree in psych
Mhm.
that actually care about people's mental health, and I don't look at it as entertaining. Like I met a girl with schizophrenia at Target the other day trying to push my journals out, and she ended up buying one, and she was like, you know, it ain't no staples in there. That's good. Because if you try to take it to a psychiatric hospital, they take it from you. You can't
Yeah.
have it no more.
Yeah.
So she was like, you know, I'll be in and out of hospitals, and I feel like I'm gonna take that with me every time.
Yeah.
And it was just really captivating because you think you supposed to be in hospitals your whole life.
Right.
Why did you say it as if you want to keep going to these places?
Yeah.
And she was just like, it's my reality now. Nobody listened to me. So, of course, I'm going to be in and out of these hospitals because my psychiatrist and my doctor is the only people that's going to keep putting me there.
Yeah.
So, I really
Damn.
just take mental health so serious. I don't care if you go to therapy or not. You can look at videos while you in here just working, and you can just search up self-help videos. You don't have to sit there with somebody all the time, but it's a good step to know when you are self-aware when your mental health is going down or when you see it increasing, even when you got like everything or you feel like you ain't got everything. Like this store is great. Like I love this store. It's just very artistic and it make you want to shop. Like
Yeah.
but with that being said, this can be your coping mechanism. You can come to
Yeah.
work and it can just be you feeling good because you made a way for yourself.
Yeah.
So that's how I feel about my journal. So I put coping mechanisms in there.
Mhm.
I put monthly agendas in there, coloring pages, affirming quotes on the top of the page before you write, and you make it your own. You really just take care of your mind when you in this journal, and that's just all I want to do is give back to people and let them know that asking for help is cool. But if you're not there yet, then you do have a method
Mhm.
to the madness. It's the journal.
Yeah. This dope. I like this.
Thank you. And I am published on Amazon too now.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, so to bring a bunch of awareness to it because nobody is putting a positive light towards mental health.
Yeah.
And I just want to be one, especially a black one at that, and tell you, like, you know, even though my family didn't believe in mental health and therapy and stuff like that, I want to break that. I want to show people it is a way to
Yeah.
actually look at it and not a view of just go to therapy and sit with somebody. You can make ways to do it.
That's cool. When did you start?
So I finished that book in September, but I was scared to show people it. So I put it on Amazon and didn't promote nothing. I just let it sit there and was seeing people buy it because they seen it one time and was like, oh, okay, that's cool. But I didn't make no money from it because I was just sitting on it. I was scared. Like, stop procrastinating. I need to stop doubting myself because I really feel like I'm a shadow to people a lot. Like I was in a fashion show and you was there, but I didn't walk for your brand. But I was there and I was a model, but I still felt like in that sense, like people know me, whatever, but I'm still there like a shadow. Like I'm with a bunch of models, but I'm still not seen. I'm invisible. And I wanted to step out of that. So I wanted to make journals and I just wanted to make something of my own lane. So that's just what I'm starting to do now.
Yeah. Hey, you in the right direction for sure.
Thank you.
This is dope. How much you selling them for?
15.
15? I'll buy one.
Okay.
This ain't the only one, is it?
No, I got so I got a pop up shop tomorrow, so I got a bunch of them at home.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'll buy one.
But yeah.
Yeah. Appreciate you.
What's your name?
My name is Pavielle.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So I'm here today doing mental health perspective questions. I do have a journal on Amazon right now, so I just wanted to come and see how people feeling with their mental health.
Okay.
So my first question, with that being said, is what's your perspective on mental health?
Okay. My perspective on mental health is basically a holistic spiritual perspective because I believe the mind is a spirit, and to be whole and well, mind, body, and spirit, you have to be understanding of the spiritual realm. And a lot of times we think we see with our eyes, but we really see with our mind. And to have a clean mind and a clean perspective is healthy with how you're seeing everything outside of you.
Okay. I like that. We ain't got a question that deep. I mean, not answer that deep yet. I like that one. Okay, so my next question is: do you feel like mental health is curable?
Absolutely. I believe healing is a day-to-day process. And so we wake up to new grace in every day. So if you decide if everything in your life has been going bad and all you've been hearing is bad news and you're just in a cloud, a lot of the times from my personal experience, what I have liked to do is to sit there, you know, to be present in whatever position you're in, good or bad, because that's where you learn, that's where your understanding of, you can learn in pain, you know, there's things to be understood in all facets. So I definitely believe that mental health can be cured based upon a day-to-day understanding of choosing better, choosing a higher vibration, whether that is um, personally with the circle that you're in, or whether that's food, whether that's finances, whether that's spiritually, whether that's music, whether however it is that you choose to be better. And that's a day-to-day thing.
I like that. That's a really good answer because a lot of people don't think of it the way you just said it. A lot of people think they are thinking it like that, but they don't change their life to even put themselves in a way to want to think like that. They think it has to come to them. And they don't know that you have to sit in it. You have to be sad. You have to be depressed. You have to be angry because
That's
in
right.
those 5 stages of grief, you cannot skip a stage.
That's right.
So you can't go from, oh, he just hurt my feelings, or, you know, my mom just died. I can't go from angry to accept it the next day. It never worked like that. And your
That's
healing has no timeline.
That's
It
right.
has no due date. It has nothing. So you can feel like you are okay right now. Whatever you've been through in life, you could be like, oh, I forgot about it. But something you see, a song you hear, a perfume you smell can bring that thing back.
That's
A
right.
perfume you smell could bring your mind back. And now you at home and you sitting with a wine cup, 5 corkscrews on the floor because you went back to that.
That's right.
You feel me? So it's just like you
Absolutely.
have to sit there. You have to put things in perspective of yourself because a lot of people don't even take things and put themselves and take accountability for it. Because a lot of times when you hurt your feelings, or you feel like people are hurting your feelings, you hurt them yourself. Because
That's right.
you're still putting yourself in that situation. You're not creating boundaries for yourself or nothing. So it's really up to you. It's a you versus you thing at the end of the day when it comes down to mental health.
I agree.
Yeah. So one more question. Dang, that answer just threw me. Her answer. Let me.
How old are you?
I'm 22.
That's what's up.
Thank you.
Yeah, young. How old are you, baby girl? You, 21. That's what's up.
So, okay, the last question is it a deal breaker if your boyfriend doesn't care about mental health?
She laughing like she done been through it. Like,
Is it a deal breaker that he don't care about my spirit? Absolutely. I mean, he has to be aware enough to, you know what I'm saying, give a fuck. So, I mean, I don't think that nobody is, we like our society and culture is like, I don't give a fuck. Nobody really cares. Only people that don't really give a fuck is because they really cared too much at one point. You know, so the understanding of that as well, because when you hurt, you're in a place, even though you have to sit there and you have to be present, you also have to understand that their life moves on. And at some point you have to move forward. You know what I'm saying? So like, I feel like as my man, I mean, if he's vibrated this high to see me, you know what I'm saying, for us to cross paths, then he probably gives a damn. Like, he probably gives a fuck. He probably is of some type of consciousness. Now, along the way, some of us forget, and we have to remember, and that's the collectiveness and of consciousness of what we're doing, which is communication.
Yeah. Okay. Now, what if he don't care about his mental health?
I mean,
he using you as a punching bag with his traumas, with everything he got going on, and you being there for him, like you being, you know, supportive partner, but he truly just don't care. He doing everything wrong to cope.
I've experienced that particular scenario, and you have to at some point realize the person is in that space. You know what I'm saying? That's where they are. You have to allow them to be there and remove yourself when it's not healthy for you. You know, don't allow yourself or think that you can change somebody. Sometimes people have to go through, and it's not always your appointment to, you know, save them at that time. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that you're not valued. That doesn't mean that you're not whoever. It's just not the time right now. You know, so I would personally remove myself. That's what I did. Like, you're not healthy for me. You know, I need you to heal first. You know,
Yeah,
and
it don't even be no love lost.
It don't be no love lost. I got nothing but love for you. I wish nothing but the best for you. And you know what I'm saying? If we reconnect on the flip side, then that's what it is. But if not, you know, I wish nothing but the best.
And I actually seen something like that happen too. Like, I didn't want to per se leave the person alone when they was going through something, because I felt like, all right, I'm leaving you and you in a bad space. Like,
Right.
I don't want nobody to do that to me.
Right.
But it was also me punishing myself at the same time. Like, you letting this person talk to you however they talk to you because it's what they feel internally.
Right.
And now you're taking it to heart as if you're not worth anything. So that's really bad, especially if you can't see that. And a lot of people, when you're dealing with people like that, it can be a family member, it can be a romantic partner, you feel obligated to help them.
That's right.
Because your life not bad like theirs, and you want them to get back on track with yours. And it's like they have to experience life on their own to learn those lessons. A lot of people need to learn these lessons and to be held accountable for whatever that they're going through, because it's not our lesson no more. We've probably been past that.
That's right.
So I appreciate that answer.
Absolutely.
And all right, that's really the last one. Do you journal? Do you utilize a journal?
Oh, absolutely. I think that I believe personally that that is one of the steps in manifestation. So you have a lot of the times with dreams, with visions, you see it in your mind first. And when you write that vision out, now you have given it legs, you have given it life in a spirit. And then as you speak that out, then that's where the physical manifestation of being able to touch it, being able to hear, being able, you know what I'm saying? And allow that spirit that you breathe into to become life. So absolutely, I journal. I recollect my days, like at the end of my day, I write about it. Not all the time, but I have a journal, and I have a dream journal, because I'm aware that life is but a dream, and I should be conscious about, it's some things that I'm seeing on my day-to-day that I may not be able to process it because life is happening that fast. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if it sticks out to me or whatever, I'll write it down and I come back to it. It keeps me present.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. All right. So my name is Lita. I am a psych major. I graduated when I was 20 years old.
Wow.
So
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's dope.
So my freshman year, my ex-boyfriend died a month before classes started, and I got videos sent to me of him bleeding out, everything.
What happened?
Dead. He got murdered at a graduation party. He was only 17. I was 18 at the time.
Murder at a graduation party?
Yeah.
My God.
So I was carrying that while trying to go to school, because in 10th grade, this is when I told myself I want to go to Oakland University. So I kept that going, and I actually made it happen. I got in with a full ride, tuition paid, and I started school, and I didn't like it. I didn't want to be there no more. But I didn't want to be there because of what was in my head, what I was seeing, what I was feeling. Like, the only thing I could see was red. I'm angry. I wasn't seeing the fact that I actually accomplished this goal to get into school, got scholarship. I wasn't looking at that no more. I wasn't applauding myself no more. I was just there as a victim of something bad happened, and nobody could understand that pain. So I started to journal. And at first, I didn't like it because I was just like writing stuff and couldn't get past the third word on the journal page because I started crying. Like, I don't want this to be a reality at all. If I'm writing it out, if I'm saying it, it's a reality. It actually happened. Didn't want that. But then I ended up actually journaling because I ended up going and trying to drop out. And I was just like, what am I doing? Like, I'm here signing paperwork trying to drop out of college. And I got this covered, paid for. If I want to go back, I'm going to have to pay for this. Like, terrible. So I started journaling. And at first it was journaling like homework assignments. I was doing baby steps into getting into like the actual root of my problem, because I tried to go to therapy on campus. And they gave me this white lady named Courtney. And I'm looking at her like, you judging me right now. I'm telling you something that happened, rare case that you would ever see. Somebody, a teenager getting stabbed to death at a graduation party. Something you don't even want to hear. You never experienced that. So I stopped going. There was free sessions, whatever, but I just didn't like her. I didn't connect with her. I didn't want to. So then I started journaling for real in my journal, and I was just saying how that therapy session pissed me off because she ain't even introduced herself. She sat there and was like, "Okay, what's going on?"
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, "I don't know you."
Right.
I don't want to continue talking.
Mm-hmm.
So start journaling, whatever. End up getting on the dean's list after that year. After that year went by, my sophomore year, I got on the dean's list twice with a 3.5. After that
Look at
3.5,
God.
I
That's
got
what's
3.7. My senior year, got senioritis, went down to a 3.2, but I graduated early. I graduated a year early in school.
Big up.
So I was like, okay, I'm doing something. When I graduated that day, my family didn't really celebrate with me. My mama, my dad was there, an immediate family, but the people I felt like would have had my back more, who I felt like I wanted to be there, they never came, they never showed up, and it put me back in a bad space. Like, you wasn't even there when my ex-boyfriend died either, but it snapped me back into reality. Like, I got this degree at this young age, and I really had to boost myself up. So I went back and I read my journal entries from freshman year, and I remember seeing so many teardrops going through pages, crinkled up pages in it. And I was just like, the more I flipped, the more the pages got straighter. The more my pages got smoother, the more my handwriting got better.
That's
and
right.
I was just like, I see growth.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the way you got to look at journaling, is that it's growth. It's a method for you. It's a you versus you method. And it's nobody to even look at your journal.
That's right.
It's really your time to sit there at the end of the day and have your Moesha moment.
Yeah.
And you just hear that music in the background. Like, yep, I had a good day, I had a bad day, but it's a way to reflect and self-help. So I make these journals, and I'm going to show you. And it's all mental health because now I do work at a psychiatric hospital.
Oh, really?
I deal with a bunch of mental health, so I'm a mental health advocate.
Okay, push your bag up on there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mental health advocate. I've been working with psych patients for 3 years now.
So, you created this journal?
Yep.
Really?
I made it, and I got it printed and published, and I'm on Amazon now.
This is dope. I love this.
Thank you.
This is absolutely beautiful.
I appreciate it. So I made the book yellow because my ex-boyfriend's favorite color was yellow. Our contact names had yellow hearts and stuff. So if you look at anything, if you ever get my Instagram, you'll see yellow all down my page. You'll see yellow on that business page. But yeah, I really do have a very strong passion for these books. I have a very strong passion for mental health because in the Black community, we don't see it. And we don't see a positive stigma on it. So I wanted to bring a positive light to it. I wanted to put coping mechanisms in there. I wanted to make people know that it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to know that you are not okay in the moment.
Right.
And if you need to sit down and you really need to look at this book, then look at the book. If you're not okay with writing yet, just look at the quotes. Build your way up somewhere.
Right.
It's baby steps to journaling for real. Because when I told you I put that journal down so many times, it was just like, it ain't no point. When I graduated and looked at all them crinkled up pages and how angry I was and how many times I called somebody a bitch, I was just like, I needed that.
That's right.
I needed that reality check. So make these journals. I'm in the process now of just getting them all over Amazon. What else? Coloring pages, agendas in there.
Really?
Like, it's really a workbook.
Take care of your mind. This is beautiful.
Thank you.
Like, this is beautiful, Lita. I love it.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Yep. So
now, and how much is this beautiful journal?
$15.
$15? Oh, absolutely. I can make a donation to that.
Thank you.
You're quite welcome. You have another one? Or this can be mine?
That one can be yours. I do have digital business cards I can show people because I just scanned the link to Amazon. Okay. But you can have that one.
Oh, awesome. I love it. This is so...
Thank you.
It's very sentimental to the fact that you don't know my story, but my late husband passed away. He got killed in a car accident when I was 22. He was 22.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I'm 35 years old today. My birthday was January the 25th, so yes, thank you. Yeah, but that being my story, you didn't know me, and connecting on a high vibration before knowing the story says that you're at the right place at the right time. And so I love that for you. I appreciate the gift. On the journey of losing someone, it's really hard. And you never really get over the whole because there's so many questions. And sometimes it feels like, wow, people forget, people are not understanding of the fact. And the times that you shared, you creating this memorial is just proof that life continues on, and I appreciate you living. I appreciate your life. And I know that might seem cliche, or I don't know how it may seem to you, me being a stranger. However, I have so many testimonies, and that story of my late fiance passing away like he did. We shared a child together, so my daughter never met her father. And being robbed of everything. I mean, I was robbed of everything before I got any congratulations on the birth of my baby, baby shower, anything. I was met with, we have to go, bury him.
Yeah.
So just that alone, and now me being 35, and meeting other young women, like, keep going, keep going, because you're doing and you're on the right track.
Yeah, I appreciate that a lot.
Absolutely.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate you. Yep.
We gotta give back however we can give back. We gotta
That's right.
make something positive, because life is life right now.
Life is life, and it's a great time to be alive, especially for us. And when I say us, as it relates to collectively Black people, but we're also the true natives of this land. It's a great time to be under the sun and aware of who you are.
Right.
Because there will be a time where the promised land, just how it is described to us, and no stress, no worries, no having to pay, no constantly being charged, all of those things, it will be heaven on earth. And it's soon. It's actually now. And if you're aware of that fact, you're out here doing things like you're doing, because what you're doing is Black history. What you're doing is not cornerstone or stepping stone to greater. Is greater now. And when we are aware of that fact, mentally, you can't be, you're going to have your bad days, but only for one night. You're not going to stay. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to continuously be a cycle of depression and oppression, because there's no greater time than now.
That was beautiful. I really do appreciate you and your words. A lot of people don't think like you. A lot of people have never been through anything.
That's right.
To hear that is
right.
great. And to actually have that recorded, to see how you can connect to somebody you don't even know, based off somebody telling you something as a vulnerable moment. I might have would have been like, oh, that's probably too much to tell her. She don't know me. But for you to actually pick up and actually share that you lost your late husband, it's just like, you never know what people are going through.
That's right.
Never know.
You never
know. Was beautiful, and I really do appreciate you sitting here and talking to me. I know I disturbed your shopping little moment.
No, this was it was a divine appointment, and see, we never realize or aware when we are on appointment. And we should live every day like that. Every day we are on an appointment, and you should ask the Father, how would you like me to go about my day today, and live like that. It'll change your whole life.
I'm gonna keep that as a mental note. You keep that as a mental note too, because that's a great gem to have.
Absolutely.
Even at our young ages, even to know that coming from you is great. Because a lot of people don't get these words of knowledge because they either don't want to learn or they're not listening.
know, that's why it's good what you're doing. It's good that you created this journal. It's life, it's energy. And that's what we need more of. So absolutely, I appreciate you having me on today. I appreciate you stopping me. It's like I said, it's a divine appointment.
Thank you. I'm going to let you go ahead and continue your Sunday. Happy Sunday. God bless you.
Absolutely. Thank you, boo.
No problem.
Oh, this is mine. Now, what I'm going
My mind, it runs.